Namaskara. This is one more video on the power of postpositions. This time, today we are looking at Beku as a postposition. Okay, as usual, we have 15 verbs. We will make 15 sentences with these 15 verbs to make use of Beku. Okay, so I have to do this work by today. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಳಗೆ ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಳಗೆ means by today. ಒಳಗೆ means inside. ಇವತ್ತಿನ means ಇವತ್ತು means today. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಳಗೆ today is inside. It means by today. Okay. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಳಗೆ ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So when ಬೇಕು gets comes after a verb, the meaning is must, have to, ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮಾಡು will become ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You just have to remove the who. Okay. Then I have to watch this movie this week. ನಾನು ಈ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ರೈಟ್, ಈ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ವಾರ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೀಕ್, ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೀಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ದ ಟ್ರೂತ್ ರೈಟ್ ನೌ. ಈಗಲೇ ನಿನಗೆ ನಿಜ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ರೈಟ್, ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಇಸ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್. ಈಗಲೇ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ನೌ, ನೌ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. I have to ask you this question. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. This ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ literally means near. Okay. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ means in your possession, in you. It means to you. So whenever you have to say to you, you can use ಹತ್ತಿರ. Okay. For example, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಪೆನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ದುಡ್ಡು ಇದೆಯಾ? Do you have money? So you can use it for have. Okay. Do you have money? Do you have pen? Do you have milk? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಹಾಲು ಇದೆಯಾ? Like that. So it's like a way to say, do you have the following thing in your possession? When you want to use that, hattira is a very useful word. But literally, hattira means near, right? So it figuratively means in your possession. Do you have this thing in your possession? Okay. But here, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು means I want to ask this question to you. It can also be used, hatira can also be used in this context, right? So it is like I want to ask this question in you, like that. So this formation is possible in Kannada and is used very commonly. So you just remember hatira for do you have in your possession, that expression. Okay. Nimma hatira ee prashne kelabeku. Then you can also say ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ರಹಸ್ಯ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳು means to share. ಹಂಚು means to share. ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೀನಿ means I am sharing a rahasya ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ with you. So this ಹತ್ತಿರ is used in a few places, if you could see. One place is if you to have, for example, do you have a pen? Do you have a book? Do you have a house? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ. I mean, you don't say, do you have a house for, I mean, you don't use hatira for, do you have a house? Because for large things, right, things of higher value, you don't use hatira. Okay. So, then you can use, but it doesn't, it is not commonly used. Typically, it's used for small things, whether you have a book with you, you have a pen with you, that kind of thing is where you use hatira. Okay. So then the next usage of hatira is like what I said. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಒಂದು ರಹಸ್ಯ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. I have to tell you a rahasya, a secret. There also you can use hatira. This is a second place where you can use hatira. So hatira can transform itself in many ways, right? So just be aware of it. As you become more fluent with Kannada, you will use hatira commonly, and it's actually easy to use. That's one of the advantages of hatira. I have to inform my friend's parents. ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ತಿರ ತಿಳಿಸಬೇಕು. One more ಹತ್ತಿರ. To them. I have to inform them. Right? ಅವರ ಹತ್ತಿರ ತಿಳಿಸಬೇಕು. I have to inform this news to them. There also you can say ಹತ್ತಿರ. Right? I have to show this book to my wife. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಹತ್ತಿರ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. Again, I have to show this book to my wife. ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಹತ್ತಿರ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. So here also ಹತ್ತಿರ can be used. So ಹತ್ತಿರ can be used for to somebody. Right? I have to give this book to my friend. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತನ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. There also you can use ಹತ್ತಿರ. I have to send my son to medical college this year. ಈ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಗನನ್ನು ವೈದ್ಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸಬೇಕು. ವೈದ್ಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ is medical science. ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ is it's like a college. ಶಾಲೆ is a school. ಪ್ರೌಢ ಶಾಲೆ means high school. Vidyalaya is college. What is university? Mahavidyalaya. Mahavidyalaya is a university. Okay, kalisabeku. Right, I have to send. Okay, then you have to be here till morning. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆವರೆಗೂ ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವರೆಗೂ means till, until. ನಾನು ಮೈಸೂರ್ವರೆಗೂ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. I have to go till Mysore. So you can use ವರೆಗೂ or ವರೆಗೆ. Both are same. Both are fine. ವರೆಗೂ ವರೆಗೆ. Both are okay. So ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ, as you know, is morning. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆವರೆಗೂ ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. You have to be here. ಇರು verb. I have to become successful in my business. ನನ್ನ ಉದ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಶಸ್ವಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಉದ್ಯಮ means enterprise. You don't say ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ. ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ seems like a very, it's like a small business, right? If it's like a small time, say you're having like a, I don't know, a vegetable shop, that's a vyapara. If you want to, if you're having like a business, a proper like a corporate type of business, right, or a startup, then you call it as a udyama. Okay, so nanna udyamadalli yashasvi means successful. Okay, yashasvi agabeku. Yashassu means success. Yashassu means success. Yashasvi means successful. Agabeku. Okay, move on. Tomorrow I have to go to Indranagar. ನಾಳೆ ಇಂದ್ರಾನಗರ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ. Okay, ನಾನು ಮೆಜೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. This is very common. If you have been in Bangalore at least for a year, you will know this ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. It's very easy. You certainly have to come to my house next weekend. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಖಂಡಿತ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಖಂಡಿತ means certainly. Okay. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ, ಮುಂದಿನ is in front. Next week. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ means week. ಕೊನೆ, week end. ಕೊನೆ means end. Now, this ಕೊನೆ, right, you have to be careful here. There is a ಕೊನೆ. ಕೊನೆ means room. Kone means end of anything is called kone. Okay, kone, kone. The na is the deeper na. Then it means room of a house. Okay, ಬರಬೇಕು. Okay, ನೀವು ನಾಳೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚಿತ್ರ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ತರಬೇಕು. ಚಿತ್ರ ಪುಸ್ತಕ means drawing book. You have to bring your drawing book tomorrow. Chitra means to draw, right? ಚಿತ್ರ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ತರಬೇಕು. Bring. Okay. I have to take my car from service center. Service center ಇಂದ ನನ್ನ ಗಾಡಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. Take is ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. Tomorrow you have to meet me. ನಾಳೆ ನೀನು ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. Okay, ಸಿಗು verb is a complicated verb. Why? Because ಸಿಗು means to get in certain context. Okay, for example, ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಸಿಗು past tense ಸಿಕ್ಕು, it's a irregular verb. So ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ means I got a good job, right? But if you want somebody to meet you, you will say ನಾಳೆ ನೀನು ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗು. ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗು. So you have to understand the context here. ನೀನು, right, is in prathama vibhakti. ನೀನು ನನಗೆ chaturthi vibhakti. ನನಗೆ means to me. You to me sigu. So you, it means you meet me figuratively, but literally it means you get caught by me tomorrow, right? So in English we say let's catch up, right? The catch up that we say in English, let's catch up tomorrow over lunch. It is similar to that, but it's not literally the same. So sigu has got two meanings. One meaning is to meet, another meaning is to get. Okay, now there's another meaning which is to find something. Okay, for example, ನನ್ನ ಕಳೆದು ಹೋದ ಗಾಡಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಕಳೆದು ಹೋದ means something that has been lost. Okay, something that has been lost. ಕಳೆದು ಹೋಗು means to get lost. Okay, ಕಳೆದು ಹೋಗು. So ನನ್ನ ಕಳೆದು ಹೋದ ಗಾಡಿ, ಕಳೆದು ಹೋದ, ಹೋಗು ಹೋದ past tense. ಕಳೆದು ಹೋದ ಗಾಡಿ car ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, has been found. Okay, so here we are using it for find. So sigu can be used for getting a job. Second is to meet. ನಾಳೆ ನೀನು ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗು, meet. Third is to find something. When you find something, you just say sigu. ನನ್ನ ವಾಚ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. Okay, ಕಳೆದು ಹೋದ ನನ್ನ ವಾಚ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಗಡಿಹಾರ ವಾಚ್ ಅಂದರೆ. Okay, let's move on. I have to catch the bus, first bus tomorrow morning. ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಮೊದಲು ಬಸ್ಸು ಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. ಮೊದಲು is an ordinal, right? So you have cardinals and ordinals. Ordinals means first, second, third, fourth. So ಮೊದಲು is first bus. ಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. Now here you notice hidi is a non-u ending verb. Okay, all that we saw until now are all u ending. Regardless of whether they are regular or irregular, doesn't matter. The rule is remove the u, add ಬೇಕು. ಸಿಗಬೇಕು, ಸಿಗು, ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. ಹೋಗು, ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಬರು, ಬರಬೇಕು. ತರು, ತರಬೇಕು, like that. Even though they are irregular, ಮಾಡು, ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. But if it is a e ending or a ending verb like hidi, kudi, kare. Kare means to call. Kudi means to drink. Hidi is to catch. So you have to add a ya. Hidiyabeku. Now the thing is, colloquially, people will not use the ya. They will just say hidibeku, kudibeku, like that. But I find that a bit too rough and a bit, what do you call? It's a bit coarse, right? I prefer to use hidiyabeku. It sounds better. It seems more polished, more refined way of speaking. You don't want to speak in an uneducated manner, right? When you want to speak Kannada, you want to speak properly, you want to speak correctly. So, hidiyabeku is nice to say rather than hidibeku, kudibeku. You don't want to break things sound. It sounds very harsh to the ears. When you speak Kannada, it should sound nice to the ears, right? That's the intention. But then choice is left to you. If you want to make it easy, you can just say hidibeku. You want to make it sound good and elegant, say hidiyabeku. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Okay, so those are the 15 sentences. Some notes on Beku. Beku implements the must and have to modals. I have a video regarding modals. Modals are words like must, have to, can, could, should, would. All these things are called modals in English. Kannada implements them in a certain way, and I have a video for that. And Beku is one of the modal if it comes after a verb, right? Because it implements must or have to. Now, all U ending verbs remove the U and add Beku. Okay. All non-U ending verbs add ya and add Beku. That's the rule. Colloquially, the ya is not added. That's what I mentioned. Negation of Beku is Beda, right? Don't have to, don't. Okay. Now, ನಾನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ. It means what? I don't have to do this work. Okay. So ನೀನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ. Then when I'm telling it to you, then it means don't do this work. I'm telling you as a command. But it can also mean you don't have to do this work. There is no need for you to do this work. There also you can use beta. Right? To make it even more clear, what people will say, ನೀನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. Beku plus illa. When you do a bekilla, it means there is no need for you to do it. Okay, so don't do it means madabeda. Madabekilla means there is no necessity for you to do this. Bekilla. Okay, so beku as a standalone word means want. Nanage ice cream beku, nanage biduppu biduppu raje. Okay, raje is commonly used. Biduppu is more of a pure Kannada word. It means leave. Raje, I think, is taken from Urdu or whatever, I don't know. So, ನನಗೆ ಬಿಡುಪು ಬೇಕು, ರಜೆ ಬೇಕು, ಬಿಡುಪು or ರಜೆ ಬೇಕು. You can also, holiday also means raje. If you want to leave, you say raje ಬೇಕು, ಬಿಡುಪು ಬೇಕು. Um, So there are two options. One is Raje, another one is Bidapu. So Beku by itself means want. And again, Uta Beku, right? So by itself. So Beku, when it comes after a verb, then it means must have to. But Beku, when it comes on its own, meaning typically it will come after a noun. After a noun, right? Uta, Raje, these are all nouns, correct? ನನಗೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಬೇಕು, I need cloth, right? ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ತಟ್ಟೆ ಬೇಕು, ತಟ್ಟೆ means plate, right? Like that. So when you tell a noun and then put beku, it means you are saying you want this. But when you put a verb and then put a beku, it means must and have to. That's the difference. There is one more variation of beku, which is le beku. ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. It shows an emotion of determination. You can consider this as a clitic. I mentioned about clitic in my last video. So this is similar to that. When you say ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು means must do no matter what, right? Regardless of, it shows some level of determination. It shows some level of what is called as conviction, right? You're convicted to do it. For example, ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಜಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. I have to do jogging every day. So that ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು gives that emphasis. Okay, so it's an emotion of determination. So you can consider this as critic, and you can use it for anything. ನೋಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಸಿಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ನಾಳೆ ನೀನು ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗಲೇಬೇಕು. You have to meet me tomorrow. You can't think otherwise. You can't do anything otherwise. ಸಿಗಲೇಬೇಕು, ನೋಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ನಾಳೆ ಮೈಸೂರು ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು. I cannot postpone it. I have to go tomorrow, right? That kind of thing, that is ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು. Okay. So that's about it. I hope this Beku postposition was very clear. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.